morning and welcome to the podcast. My guest today is Derek Beat, representing the Crawford Soil and Water Conservation District. He's the H2 Ohio, I guess you'd say coordinator, wouldn't you? Or what's the actual title to that?
I'm just the person that handles H2 Ohio stuff in the office. I'm certainly not the coordinator by any means. But
Okay, so your actual title, you help administer
Yes,
the H2
yes,
Ohio
yep.
program
That's right.
in Crawford County. And you're also an ag tech,
Yep.
correct?
Yep.
All right. Well, I had to ask that because everybody's got titles nowadays, and we don't want it to cause anybody any problems with titles.
That's right. That's
But
right.
H2 Ohio, I think we really need. I know we're going to talk today about open enrollment, which is that's in the process, right?
Yep.
This is going on, and we'll talk about that. And you're actually going to have a meeting for that.
Yep.
But maybe you might want to start off explaining to somebody what H2 Ohio is about. You and I know we've talked about
Yep.
this before, but this may be somebody's first time hearing the podcast.
Yeah, so H2 Ohio is a nutrient reduction program. There's multiple phases of it. Our office specifically focuses on the ag aspect of it. Usually the best management practices is what we're focusing on. So that can be cover crops, adding multiple crops into the rotations, nutrient management. All the practices tie into those three, categories, if you want to say that. So that's kind of what we focus on, and reducing nutrient loads into the waters of the state is what this program is focusing on.
All right, I couldn't have summed it up any better. I was going to ask you that last part in there, and that's very good that you mentioned that. It's about reducing those because we don't all want that stuff in the waterways, and eventually here it would be Lake Erie.
Right.
All right, I get that. Now, you've got H2 Ohio open enrollment. Let's
Yep.
talk about that, and you got a meeting coming up. I'll let you take the floor on that one.
All right. Yeah, so in the beginning of the program, it was kind of a get in, or you're not going to be able to get in for a while, or until the next contract comes up. Well, now that we've got through a couple of years now, we've kind of got the money sorted out and everything, and now we're allowing more producers to come in and participate in these last couple of years of the contract if they'd like to. So they would still need to get a nutrient management plan developed, so that's going to encompass all the nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium that they use on their farm. We're just going to make sure that they're balancing it out with the crop removal that they have on their farm. So that's the first part of H2 Ohio. You have to have that plan in order to participate. Most of the co-ops and ag retailers around here have been very cooperative and very good to work with for this program. So that's a kudos to them, and it makes everybody's job a lot easier. So. But with that, we're having a couple meetings here coming up, end of January, beginning of February. So on January 24th, from 9 to 11 a.m. is when the first meeting is, and we're going to have that at the OSU Extension Building in Crawford County Fairgrounds. So the new building out there, we're going to host it out there.
That's January 24th.
January 24th, 9 to 11 a.m. roughly. If we go over a little bit, that's okay too. If we finish up early, that's okay too. However, we need to get the information across. So.
All right, so January 24th is the first date.
Yep, and then February 7th, from 6 to 8 p.m. at the same location. So
Okay.
Crawford County Fairgrounds, the OSU Extension Building.
All right,
Yep.
that's our major thing we wanted to talk about today.
That's right. Yeah.
All right, because this is very, very important.
Yeah, it's an important program. If anybody's interested in participating, maybe they didn't get in the first time like they wanted to, or they are just now hearing about it. If you're interested, you can come in to the office beforehand, or if you just want to attend one of those meetings, that's okay too. We'll be in there to answer questions and help people get started on H2 Ohio if they're interested. It's not a mandatory program, so if you don't want to do it, that's fine. If you
That's
do,
right.
awesome. We'll work with you.
But it is an awesome program, like you said. Cutting down on these nutrients getting into the lake, it's just got to be a good thing to.
Yep.
You don't want that,
Right.
and because a lot of these problems are. It would be. We don't even know the ramifications of some of them. We know that it can really foul things up, and that's not good.
That's right.
And that's we're trying to. When you get into things like water and soil and getting in things in there that don't need to be in there, Normally the outcome is not good, is it, Derek?
Yeah, and I would say that most of the farmers are doing an excellent job in this
Sure.
county. I guess it's an opportunity to show that we are doing a good job and that
Yeah.
maybe agriculture isn't as much of a problem as what some people are saying.
No.
You know, it's all about accountability, I guess. So let's just try to make sure we're doing the right things and make sure the blame isn't put on one specific person in general. So,
Absolutely.
Yep.
Well, Derek Beat, I want to thank you. I will say you are the HTO. You're part of the management of that in Crawford County.
Yeah,
Because
that's
I don't
right.
want to give you a fancy title.
No.
Thanks for coming in from Crawford Soil and Water Conservation District to tell us about the couple dates coming up. Again, give those dates again.
January 24th from 9 to 11 a.m. and February 7th from 6 to 8 p.m.
Okay, and that's for open enrollment for the H2 Ohio.
Yep.
Okay, wonderful. I want to thank you again for being on the program.
Yeah, thank you, Dave.
Okay, you're welcome.